The Hot Wheels collector sets first debuted in 2020 with a Nissan theme along with the Fast and Furious set and a couple others. They feature 4 cars in a fun little diorama style packaging that looks pretty good, but honestly makes me a little hesitant to open. The one I have is the first release of 2023 and is one of 3 that's currently released, with the expected 4th to be out sometime later this year. This one is track day themed, giving us 3 cars and a bus, positioned kind of conspicuously on a track I'm not really able to identify. The background looks kind of deserty, so I'm going to assume it's kind of hot. My first impression is the Audi and the Euro hauler look a little out of place. It kind of reminds me of Cars 3 when Lightning McQueen gets showed up by all the new and improved racers. Well, without further ado, let's jump into it. First up is the Sauber Mercedes C9. The Sauber Mercedes C9 was first introduced by Peter Sauber, Heidi Maurer, and Leo Rees, and was produced to compete in the World Sports Car Championship. With very little success their first 2 years, they upgraded their engine from the older M117 to the newer M119, and because of that, they were able to win all but one race in their 1989 season, and even hitting nearly 250 miles per hour in their qualifying lap for the 24-hour of Le Mans. Flipping over to the Hot Wheels side of things, the Sauber Mercedes C9 was first introduced in the Hot Wheels universe in 2021 in the Sauber Mercedes collector set, and designed by Mark Jones. With only 2 castings in its Hot Wheels history, the first is a replica of the one driven by number 63, who won the 1989 24-hour Le Mans, and the second replicating number 61 AEG Olympia circuit board, which won the 1988 World Sports Car Championship. Both castings feature detailed taillights, along with the number on the hood and side, and the Sauber Mercedes on the windshield. Fun fact, all castings supposedly feature a removable engine cover. The thought of that makes you kind of nervous. What if I scratch the paint trying to remove it? Alrighty, let's open her up. Alright, finally getting all the freaking rubber bands and bullshit off of this thing. And I gotta tell you, the hand feel pretty light. I don't guess that's really a bad thing, you know, I don't really know what a normal one feels like. You can take some time to really appreciate the circuit board color scheme on there. Obviously representing a circuit board. The rubber wheels, definitely some low profile boys. The headlights on there, kind of got some plastic, but you know, it's on there. The taillights, although it's just painted on there, they definitely look good. I like how bright they are. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, it's time to take this little engine cover off. I see where it's like supposed to come off. Oh, so here's the engine, cool as ever. I'm noticing the wings a little flimsy, no big deal. Kind of a bummer though. Snaps back in there, I'm assuming. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't really like taking that on and off. I'm probably just going to be leaving that on. So yeah, first car of the day. Not too bad, but not necessarily good. So because of that, we're going to go ahead and rate it a 6. Next up, the Lamborghini Essenza SV12. This sucker looks serious. The Essenza was introduced in 2020 as the last purely aspirated car built by Lamborghini under their Quattro Course Racing division, and is a track-only sports car. Production was limited to 40 units, and consumers were required to leave their car in a hangar near where they were built in St. Agata, and they had the ability to monitor their car through cameras and an app. Lamborghini also offers full responsibility for maintenance and transportation of the car to any of the FIA Class 1 tracks around the world. And on top of that, Lamborghini also offers coaching from 2 of their professional drivers. Flipping over to the Hot Wheels side of things, the Lamborghini Essenza SCV12 first debuted in 2022 in the Car Culture Exotic Envy series in a funky 2-tone color scheme with the green and black combo I'm a big fan of. Designed by Mark Jones, the Essenza SCV12 has a total of 3 recastings, and they are all Hot Wheels premiums, so don't expect to see them in the main lines. All castings feature detailed taillights and the number 63 on the side and hood, and similar to the first release of this casting, we have it in the Quattro Course Racing library, just in a different color. Alrighty, let's check it out. After getting those freaking handcuffs off of this thing, my first reaction on this car is the hand feel on it is already feeling quite a bit better than the old Mercedes over here. Feels a little bit heavier, and honestly, it feels like it rolls a little quicker too. Let's check out the details. 63 looks okay on the side, honestly. I kind of like the number on the Mercedes. That was just the white box with the number. We got the number and the badge on the front. The wing on this one is a little bit more sturdy, so I can appreciate that a little bit more. Compared to the one before, I like this one a lot more, and because of that, I'm gonna rate it 1 more. 7 out of 10. Up next on the track day, a repeat offender on the channel, the 84 Audi Sports Quattro. The Audi Quattro was unveiled at the Geneva Motor Show in 1980 and was available to the European market later that year, while the US wasn't able to grasp it until 1983. The Audi Sports Quattro came out in 1984 and was designed specifically for Group B rally racing. It is most notable for its win at Pikes Peak International Hill Climb, where the driver, Michelle Monton, became the first female winner and also set a record for the fastest lap at the track. Flipping over to the Hot Wheels side of things, the 84 Audi Sports Quattro first debuted in the Hot Wheels universe in 2019 in the Baja Blazer series, and designed by Dmitry Shmakmatov. With a total of 12 recastings, all feature the classic Audi grille and headlights, while only most feature detailed taillights, and all but 2 feature some sort of racing livery. Alrighty, enough chatting, let's rip her open. Out of the box. This one looks pretty freaking good. I really like the rims on this guy. And honestly, that just made me realize I really didn't look at the rims for any of these other 2 cars. Well, that's why they just seem so basic. These look freaking cool. The color scheme, the red, black, and gray looks pretty nice, very clean. I haven't really seen any imperfections on this guy just yet. I like the smoky glass. This one's turning out to be, might be the favorite one of the night. Wow. The number 3 on the side, they must know that this is my 3rd Audi Sports Quattro in my collection. Take a look at the classic Audi grille and headlights. Got Quattro on the side, Quattro on the back, Castrol. Hand feel. I think it might be the heaviest. No, not the heaviest of the night. It still feels good. Yeah, this guy's mean. This guy's cool. I'm definitely a big fan of him. I'm gonna go to rate this guy. The highest score of the night, 8. Up next, last on the menu, the Euro Hauler. It's a bus, a big old bus. The Euro Hauler is a Hot Wheels original casting that debuted in 2020 in the Team Transport series and designed by Mark Jones. With a total of 3 recastings, the Euro Hauler holds some resemblance to the Mercedes-Benz 0317 Porsche Transporter, which only had 3 in total ever built. The story on these guys is pretty interesting. The year's 1966 and Porsche is dominating the racing scene, specifically the Targa Florio. To flex on their competitors, they commissioned Mercedes to build them 3 brand new 0317s. While most 0317s were used as buses, these were decked out with overhead storage, allowing for little double stacking maneuvers. So the first 0317 rolls out in 1967, registered as SYZ32 in a beautiful Porsche livery with dark red and silver accents, where it accompanied Porsche for the next 3 race seasons until it was loaned out to a business partner, John Wyer, where it took on a funky Gulf oil livery. And in 1972, it was sold to BMW, where it of course was repainted to the BMW livery with white, red, and blue stripes. The SYZ32 was sold a couple more times until it was then scrapped later that decade. As for the second 0317, it was delivered to Porsche in 1968 and was held on to them until 1983 in the same Porsche livery as before, registered as SC9003. While in Porsche's possession, the SC9003 underwent 4 different paint jobs: 2 Martini liveries, an Essex Petroleum livery, and a Rothman cigarette livery, Porsche's lead sponsor for most of the 80s. In 1983, the SC9003 exchanged hands a handful of times until it was purchased by Royal Geoff of the Rothko Collections, a 38-car collection all in the Golf livery, where it of course was restored to its original Golf colors. As for the final 0317 Transporter, it was delivered to Porsche in 1969 and registered as SM2187, and its factory color schemes were red and silver, and followed the same fate as the one before it, with the Martini, Essex, and Rothman's livery, where it was sold in 1983 to a collection, but this time at Brumos Porsche in Jacksonville, Florida, where it was restored to its factory color schemes. So yeah, there you have it. 3 Euro Hauler castings and 3 0317 Mercedes Transporters. That's kinda cool. What's even cooler is that the second casting is actually a Golf livery. It's not a replica of the original 0317, and I feel like they kinda dropped the ball with not replicating it, but it's still kinda cool. Alrighty, let's rip her open. Alrighty, first thing I'm noticing right off the bat, I mean there's a lot of things I'm noticing on this. This is kind of a cool casting. These headlights look pretty fun. They kind of protrude off of the body a little bit. Kind of looks like this top wants to come off. I don't know. I feel like we've already had one that had the top off. I doubt 2 would come off. And the other thing I'm noticing, the bus has tread on the tires. I wish I would have called that out a little bit sooner, but I don't think I've had a car with any tread yet. They all kind of just have racing slicks on. But yeah, this one actually has a little bit of tread. Pretty cool. Does the door open? I don't think so. I'm not gonna try to pick at things too much to preserve the detail on it. This thing's pretty freaking cool, dude. Very cool. Now I know that this back is supposed to open up. Yeah. Oh. Okay. The texture is nice. Good texture all throughout there. Pretty freaking cool, dude. Do these all fit in there? Wow. So yeah, this bus is pretty cool, dude. I'm not gonna lie. It's the first Hot Wheels car that I have that's not, a car. So that's kind of cool. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this guy. Because of its uniqueness, I'm gonna have to give it a strong 9. The reason I go 9, because you don't really see a lot of Hot Wheels buses. So, if I start doing a lot more of these, expect the rating to kind of go down, I guess. Well, alrighty, out of the 4 that we looked at today, I'm gonna have to say that the 84 Audi Sports Quattro is gonna have to be my favorite. The rims, the color scheme, the smoky windows, Gotta love it. Close second's gonna have to be the Euro hauler for obvious reasons with its uniqueness and the tire tread. Well, thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and make sure you like and subscribe.